Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Bookman, and today is Thursday, the May 30, 2024. I said greeting to everyone worldwide, especially us here in the United States. And I just want to say a little bit of the remind some of us that don't understand what was the relationship with my ancestor with the world after the 1400. And for some of you that don't know, the war that been happening over 13 years in Haiti with the French revolutions with Haiti or ancestor that beat up most of the powerful European military force back then. And we claimed our independence in 1804, and the empire was assassinated in 1806 due to the control of land, due to you see what's going on as we speak today in 2024. We used to have a strong, powerful relationship with the people that we were able to reach out with them to exchange commerce, even though after we fought, we took our independence from Napoleon and UK, Spain, and United States. United States did not recognize our independence because they felt they're not gonna give us credit for our ancestor that fought off the most powerful military in the 18th century in this planet on Earth. So United States gave us the embargo in 1806. So our ancestor, after a long fought of battle of slavery um, and human nature, not just in Haiti that was in slavery, in the entire world, especially in the United States. Like some of you thinking Abraham Lincoln freed the slave. No, it wasn't Abraham Lincoln. It was our ancestor, the Empire, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Toussaint Louverture, Capua, all of our hero women and men and child that were involved in that revolutions. I said, Ayabombe, Ayibobo to all of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I just want to just to introduce for some of you that don't know what's going on in Haiti right now, or if you knew, you don't know what is behind that cancer that explode all of the people face now. And by the way, I say condolences to these couple that were murdered on last week in Haiti. I send condolences to the parents. Sadly, they were in a bad location in a bad time because I heard the United States Embassy asked every U.S. Citizen that were in Haiti to leave. But for some reason, I think they have an orphanage that were in Quadebouquet, and the young men and the young women that heavily armed and terrorized the community. This weapon was sent from the United States. We don't make weapon. We don't create bullet, all this chaos that's going on in Haiti, and the United States responsible for it. So, including our bad political leaders that in Haiti that pretty much doing the daily work for visa, doing the daily work for to keep the children here abroad, and the wife, and that going to school under our taxpayer here. So that's what's been going on for some of you that don't know. And I was told the embassy, the young couples that were in the location that helping these children, I was told, even a lot of these non-orphanage men and women that left United States, Canada, or Europe, anywhere that felt like to go in Haiti helping children. Some of these children also victimized from these organizations. Some of them they will be kidnapping and killing for organ trafficking. Some of them being abused, sexually abused by these group organization that you see is going on in Haiti. Is like a lab rat for some of our children. That the young woman this getting pregnant due to the poverty, and they end up not able to taking care of the children, so they end up looking for help. And sometimes the people that seeking, especially most of them are religious people that end up in Haiti, they also giving calm to the children, but the children also a victim under these so-called non-profit organization. Okay. Uh, and another thing I find out, these campo, they were in relationship with these gangs that law and law in the location. And they called the embassy for help. The embassy wasn't able to help them. And United States also embassy play a big role connection with these young men that heavily armed in Haiti. We have one of them that United States offering $2 million to cash him in Haiti. You have CNN that went to this man having an interview with him, and Vitellum, this young man is located next to the embassy in Haiti. So they pretending they don't know where Vitellum is located. They all know who this young man, woman is. United Nations, Lonely, they know who they are, they know who they work for. Red Cross, they that supporting these young men with a weapon. They bring weapon, they're using the diplomacy car to bring weapon to these children at night. So technically, don't be a fool. What's going on in Haiti? United States is responsible for it with his ally because he's not by himself doing it, and including Dominican Republic that next door to us. Okay. The diplomacy you see in Haiti, you can see I have Clinton image with his wife that pretty much think Haiti's belong to them. So Clinton play a big role in destruction and destroy Haiti, including the international military force that sent to Haiti unnecessary to breaking up or political game, I mean, or political force and breaking up our military force. Even the military is being put in there by United States, but technically we have no control of what's going on in our government. The government is controlled by the United States. United States think Haiti is another state, just like here in the US. That's what's been going on in Haiti. The diplomacy, you see some of the picture I put in the video, tell me where in the world you see a diplomacy having a close relationship. These people, they seek, they look like they are having a sexual relationship with these leader, the Asian leader that we have in Haiti for visa, for benefits, for everything they need in Haiti. That's what been going on. You have Laline Soussan, you have Ellen, you have all of them. They never send a quality diplomacy in Haiti. They always send the one that they reject from Latin America, they reject from Africa, those that advertising bisexual, those that fooling around with the men and women. They are the one they always send to Haiti. And sadly, the people we have in the government at Haiti don't know who they are. They don't know how powerful the diplomacy Haiti used to have with the international government. So since they don't know the history, so they falling for the visa, they falling for the children to stay here abroad. So that way they can sort out the sovereignty of Haiti, of Haiti, respect to the international government. That's what's been going on in Haiti. See the picture, be the judge, you figure it out. You see Hillary Clinton all over it. I don't want to do the video too long, but this is the type of diplomacy we have in Haiti with United States. Okay, so it's nothing is there is none of them is quality, it has a qualification to be living in Haiti, make decision for the United States or to protect the citizen if they're in Haiti to do business. In Haiti, everybody there is illegal. We don't have a president. They murder the president of Moise, the president of Moise in 2021, and to this day you see embassy, Department of State back and forth to Haiti, just like a field trip. Now you have military force, airplane force that bring military that seeking to bring in military equipment to Haiti. And now they're using Kenya to do the daily work for them. And Haiti has no government right now that legal. Who will give them clearance in the land? We have no idea. So technically, This is what been going on in Haiti for some of you that don't know. The diplomacy with Haiti, with United States and his ally, is wrongful doing to the country. They shouldn't be even in the street after 3 o'clock. But they are there on the beach. They enjoy themselves. They live comfortable. They fooling around with the young men and young women. They don't want to make decision in the government. They don't want to. They all over the White House. We don't even have the White House anymore. That was destroyed in 2010 earthquake. And Clinton also has all that money from the 2000 earthquake that was man-made create to destroy Haiti. What's going on right now is another intervention. They bring in equipment to go drilling under the ground. So don't be surprised if you heard anything happen to Haiti again. It's going to be another bombshell that's going in Haiti if the Asian people don't wake up to see what is going on. Okay? I guess this is it. It was just a short video I put in just to introduce you guys what's going on in Haiti. Take care for now.